Hello, and welcome to Saffron Honey Chai. Now, I was having a conversation with my friend the other day, and she was telling me, oh, I could never, do what you're doing right now because people don't like me. And I'm going to tell you all something very important. It's not that you can't do it because you think or even know that no one likes you. There are a lot of people who dislike you. Haters are everywhere. But you just haven't understood yet that your haters are your biggest fans. Who's gonna watch the video over and over, but someone who hates you, who wants to pick apart every single thing you did wrong? What? A hater. Your friends and family that love you, they love you. But a hater is obsessed with you. A hater wants to see you fall so bad, they accidentally lift you up and make you rise. And then, now that we're thinking about it, who cares that someone hates you? If someone hates you, that just means they have so much spare time to keep you on their mind. That's just someone that needs to get a job. I'm so sorry. That's just someone that needs to get a job. If they have enough spare time that they can hate you, someone who doesn't pay their bills, isn't involved in their life whatsoever, has no merit to their future, then they have too much time on their hands. And you might as well exploit it. And the thing that hurt me most about this conversation was that my friend is so intelligent and talented and just amazing. Like, I know we're all supposed to love and support our friends, But, you have some friends who are just like, they're just doing stuff. They're kind of like an NPC and they invite you on a great adventure. And then, it's just fun. But she is the ultimate player character. She has been grinding and doing everything for herself and being super independent since she was like a kid, basically. And just shining and thriving. And she doesn't even realize how hard she's been shining and thriving. And that really upset me. Because, okay, people don't like you. So what? Because they're going to put the money in your pocket whether they want it or not. People don't like you. But that has no bearing on how you're supposed to live your life. Because at the end of the day, if you have your goals, you still have to achieve them, right? You still have to do what you set out to do, right? So who cares if someone hates you or dislikes you? And even then, being disliked is just a sign of having some kind of character or personality. And stay with me here. The people that everyone likes all the way through. What do you know about the people that everyone likes? And there's no issues that you have with them possibly, right? They're just kind of there. They're like filler people. And that is intentional. They're intentionally making themselves extremely palatable. So if you're out there and you're like, oh, I love Jeff. Jeff is great. And Jeff always is smiling. He has a good personality. Sometimes he just has a great personality. And sometimes Jeff is putting on a front. But if you're out there and you're not putting out a front, you're going to have haters. Hell, even Jeff has haters because people think Jeff's fake. So at the end of the day, at the very least, if you're being true to yourself and being who you are, having a hater is a sign that you're doing the right thing. Now, of course, there are times where we maybe are not living or moving properly. Like, are we moving with bigotry? Are we being unkind unnecessarily? Have we been too snippy and unkind with the people who are good to us? These are things you have to think about. But if you can look through that and you can ask to your circle, hey, do you feel as if I'm an unkind person? If you are getting positive feedback about at least your character, well, I understand that, you have this particular moral, so I understand why you stood on that business. If you're getting that kind of feedback, that's fine. That's understandable. You're doing the right thing. But it's also not your job to make sure everyone likes you. It's just your job to live a good life and be the kind of person you want to be. You don't have to, and certainly don't owe anyone perfection. You don't have to be perfect. You don't owe anyone perfection. It's not necessary for your life. It's not necessary for anything. And you definitely don't have to be palatable in every single room. But what you do have to do is actually live your life and move forward with what you want to do. If you want to become a doctor who exclusively makes artificial bones to help support the otter population after oil spills, that's your job. You must set forth and do that. If you want to only make artisanal paintbrushes to help artists make really nice paint, mixtures, that's your job. But it's not your job to live your life every single day thinking, God, I hope they like me, because the blessing here is that they don't. And sometimes people don't like you for a real reason. And sometimes people don't like you for what's in their own head. And sometimes people don't like you because they don't like themselves. They wake up every day, they hate themselves, they see you outside happy, you're smiling, you're dancing, you're enjoying your own friendships, your own relationships, you're reveling in your own success, and they hate you for that. And that's not your business. So if you don't want to do like something overly public because you're a private person, if you don't want to be involved in social media because I just don't want everyone in my business, that's fair. But don't say it's because no one likes you, because the blessing is just as many people like you, dislike you, and it's for the same reason. It's because you have character, you have morals, and you have a set standard for how you live your life. And as long as you're living the way you want to live and handling yourself the way you want to be handling yourself, you're always going to win over someone who says, I don't care about attention. I'm not attention seeking, so I'll never be out there doing this. Meanwhile, the person who's making videos on their phone every 15 seconds is getting like $20,000 on the TikTok shop. Ugh. I fear we must wake up. We must wake up. We must be seen, especially in this modern landscape. If you have something to offer, something to give, you have to do it. So think more on what you like about yourself than what other people dislike about you. And really think and respect yourself enough to realize that you like yourself and that you are your own greatest ally before you worry about someone who's not even worth being an enemy because you don't even know their name. And with that, thank you again. Go drink some ice water because it's very hot lately and we've been sweating real bad outside.